Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Whyska, and with this DIY will be about this quick, easy asymmetrical dress that I made. This is for the last minute chicas, and this dress was just so pretty and easy to make. Like, I enjoyed it, and I still look sophisticated. So please tune in and let's do it. So I got my fabric, the dress that I'm using, some scissors, and also a pin to attach them together. As you guys going to see, like, I end up using another dress because it actually have a shoulder which I need for me to help me guide my one shoulder asymmetrical dress. So I lay the dress right on top of the fabric, and as you guys can see, one of the shoulder is folded in. And one thing about the fabric is it's a full waist, but one stretches more than the other side. So the most stretchy part is I've placed it on the horizontal side. Like, you want it to be side by side, and because it will make your life easier when you put on your clothes. So, like, for example, if you guys have like a two-way stretch, you want the most stretchiest part on the horizontal line, and that means like side by side. You want it on the side and not like vertical, because that will make your life hard. And as you guys could see, I placed the dress like on the toppest part of the fabric because we do want a long dress, because we will cut the bottom as well. And also, when I'm cutting it, I am adding extra seam allowance, at least like 1.5 inch seam allowance. And that's important. Even though it's stretchy fabric, you still want to add extra seam allowance so it won't be extremely tight on you. It just will be fitted. And I'm just here taking my time cutting the front part of the dress because that's very crucial. That's what everybody gonna see. And I'm just taking my time very slow because I do not want to mess it up. And then bang, this is how your dress should be looking so far. One shoulder long maxi dress, that's how it should be looking. And all this so far took me at least about 20 minutes to do all that. So now let's make the dress look more asymmetrical. So I put back the pattern dress right on top of the fabric because I wanted to know how far up I wanted to cut the dress. We are going to cut a slanted line, so from the right to the left, and our end point is when we get to the bottom of the red dress. And when I cut it, I make sure I added extra seam allowance because we are going to hem the bottom. So even though you're making a slanted line, just make sure you add extra space for your seam allowance. So cut it slightly longer. Alright, so now that the hard part is almost done, we are going to pin them together. So we're going to pin the side of the dress and also the shoulders as well. And when I pin clothing together, I make sure that it's equally attached together. Like, not one fabric is over the other. Like, I make sure it's even, because when you sew, it will make your life so much easier. Because when it's uneven, it's gonna look ugly, but when it is even, like evenly distributed, it looks very professional. So I always take my time when I pin it. So for the top piece, I wanted to define the front just a little bit more better, so I end up cutting a more curvier line. I just believe it will make the dress more asymmetrical looking, so, and not so uniform. So I just did the curvier line so it could look at least a little better. As you guys could see, like, I'm taking my time cutting a curvier line, and this is my actual speed. Like, I did not fast forward this part. So after I done that, I'm gonna continue pinning the dress. Now the fun part is here. So when I am sewing, guys, I am using a straight stitch. I know some people use a zigzag stitch for stretchy fabric, but I always use straight stitch just because I feel like it's more supporting. And plus, I don't need that extra stretch because the fabric is extremely stretchy. So a straight stitch always works well for me when I sew stretchy fabric. And you know, it's up to you guys. If you want to do a zigzag stitch, it's up to you. It's your dress. But for this video, I am using a straight stitch. Also, another tip, don't forget to backstitch. When I first started sewing, I backstitch, and then when I finish sewing, I backstitch as well. It's so important because you do not want it to unravel on you. That is extremely embarrassing. So this is how the dress is looking so far. Ow. So now it's time to hem it so it can have a more professional look. So I'm starting from the shoulders and then I'm working my way down to the bottom of the side. And all I did was just fold inwards. I fold at least 1 centimeter and then I pin it. So I'm folding and then pin it. Folding it and then pin it. So I just slower down the video so you guys can actually see me folding it and pin it. It's not that hard. But you know, just to make sure you guys really get it. I hem all around the top piece of the dress, and also I hem around the bottom as well. And this is how it's looking so far. So this is the bottom of the dress, and I pinned it the same way as the top, and this is how it's looking. And I already started sewing the top part, and this is how it will look. But don't worry guys, I'm going to show you. So when I hem a dress, I make sure I am sewing the part that is open, of course, but as close as possible to it, because you do want a professional look. You don't want things hanging out. And also when you hem, you want it to do a straight line as possible. I know there's a hem foot, but I'm still learning these different foots. So right now I'm just comfortable with this foot that I have right now. It came with the machine, so I'm just extremely comfortable right now with it, but I am still learning the different foots. And guys, if you liking this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more weekly DIYs that you do not want to miss. In addition, I'm also selling this dress on my website, FlySlaying.com. I will attach the link to it. If you just want to buy it, go ahead, sis. I will make it for you. But yes, I definitely have to mention that it's definitely on sale. In every video I do, I always try to interact with my bomb ass subscribers. So how you guys doing? Please, on the comment section, tell me how y'all guys summer went. Like, fall is almost here. Like, do y'all guys went to the water parks? Do you guys went to the club? Do y'all guys enjoy, you know, more things opening? Like, let me guys know how their summer went. So now it's time to make the waist belt, and I cut a long rectangular, and I just wanted to cut it long enough so it could wrap around my waist. But I ended up attaching 2 long rectangulars together so it could create my nice waist belt. So I'm measuring it to see how long it really is, and it ended up being almost 41 inches long. So I'm gonna cut that wide rectangular into 2, and then I'm gonna attach them together. And when I'm cutting it down the middle so it could be evenly. And since the waist belt is being made, that means we are almost done. So I'm gonna let you guys watch me cut this waist belt carefully. Alright, so now that we got our two pieces, it's time to attach them together and sew them so it could be one long waist belt. And how I'm attaching them together is just I'm making sure that they facing the wrong side, the right side match together, and then I'm just pinning it. And also at the end of the waistband, I ended up cutting a pointy shape so it could look real professional. Afterwards, we're going to sew them up, but we're going to leave a small opening so when it's time to flip it inside out, it will be easier for us. So this is my opening, and then with that opening, like I said, we're going to turn it inside out. And voila, this is how your waist belt will look. All nice and sophisticated. And then with that small opening, you could just hand sew it. That's what I did. And we're done, guys. We got our dress, so we got our waist belt, and then bam, we are out and about. And all this was done in 1 hour. So like I said, this DIY is for the last minute chicas, the chicas that don't know what to wear. Here you go. Also, don't forget to check out the thrift flip. I turned a $4 gown into a nice cutout dress. So yes, you do not want to miss that video.